Hey guys, welcome back to Defeating Hair Loss. I'm Steve and I got Bobby D back with me.
Yes, sir. Back again.
Bobby, welcome back.
Thanks for having me, Steve.
You gotta love the hair.
Yes, sir.
Looking good tonight as usual.
Yeah, I was going to see you, Steve.
Did you ever have a bad night of hair?
Sometimes, Steve.
Since you've had your hair restoration.
Not as many, that's for sure. Yeah, more good hair days than bad days.
Well, the bigger they are, the more insecure they are, the handsomer they are. Is that a word? And anyway, the better the hair, I guess they just keep looking. But you know what, Bobby? I will say this, and it's rare. Thanks to me, you don't have to worry about your hair.
That's true.
Right? Because I'll tell you, it looks good every day, because it does. Does it look good every day? Of course it does. Hey, so Bobby, I know we talk a lot, go back and forth. We've gotten to spend a lot of time together. I very much appreciate that. Yeah. And you've helped me out on my channel tremendously, and we always talk about different things and trying to entertain with hair. And it's been a year. We celebrated our year. We had a little cake celebration. Yeah. And we want to keep putting out good content for you. So Bobby and I came up with an idea that we are going to talk about a series of videos where, not to bore you to death, but it's going to be celebrity hair loss, and it's going to be called Before They Went Bald.
Yeah.
You like that?
Sounds good to me, Steve.
Before they went bald. So the topic, or the celebrity of what was going on before he went bald, we'll start out with an easy one, is Dwayne Johnson, The Rock.
The Rock, yeah.
Are you a fan of The Rock's?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah?
He's jacked,
Yeah, I mean, he's jacked, no question about it. I know he's a South Florida guy. I love South Florida. I go down there a lot. Mm-hmm. My thing about The Rock is that I'm a huge, kind of theatrical person. I love like lights and camera and action and costuming and hair and makeup and all that kind of stuff. And the wrestling thing, you can call it whatever you want to call it. I'm a huge fan. Not so much that it's real or not real, but I just love the entertainment, and they pack the house. You ever been to one of those?
No, I haven't.
You've never been? I was at one in Fort Lauderdale. The only thing that's weird about it is that how you go to like a high school football game and you're watching the game, but yet when you watch like a pro game, you got like the announcers that kind of entertain you. Yeah. So you're watching the game and there's nobody telling you like, hey, that shouldn't have been a fumble or anyway. So it's just there's no like in the wrestling, there's no like MC. You can't hear what he's saying. So you just see the wrestling, and you're used to being entertained by the like real colorful MCs. Anyway. So Dwayne The Rock Johnson was arguably one of the biggest stars, celebrities. These guys start out by getting out of the gym or even college sports. I think he was a college football player. I think his dad was a college football player, maybe a pro football player. And he's a big guy. So he hit it in the gym and he got into that wrestling scene. And I've heard a lot of stories about that stuff and how they get in and regionally and all that. And then all of a sudden he hit it big and he became The Rock. And you know what? I was entertained. It was pretty cool. So at some point, either he lost his hair or shaved his head. I can't really tell. It doesn't really matter. And it's rare for me to say that, because for me, it's all about the hair. So The Rock is an example. I know there's another celebrity before they went bald that we'll talk about in the future, and we've already talked about. And he actually pulls it off really, really well, which I could not, and I don't think you could either.
No, never.
So what is going on with The Rock and his hair? So we're going to throw up some photos of The Rock before he went bald, or before he got the look of bald, whatever you want to call it, whether he lost his hair, shaves his head. I think a little bit of both. But he's kind of a cartoon character. And there's not a lot of us out there, Bobby, even though you're big and tall and handsome and in the gym, there's not a lot of us out there that can just shave our heads, walk around and be just as cool. And everybody's like flocks to us with a bald head versus a full head of hair.
That's true.
Would you agree with that?
Totally agree.
Yeah. So that's the point, is, The Rock is one that survived the hair loss. And as a matter of fact, a lot of these top wrestling stars, like the champions with the belts, go on to other things, in whether it's the news or movie stars or, the video stuff, all that. They become really famous because they launch themselves out of the pro wrestling, because they're now a cartoon character. Who's the other guy that's got the really cool hair right now? John Cena.
John Cena,
yeah. He's a
wrestler.
He's a wrestler, and that's where he got all his fame. Yeah. But he didn't have hair loss, so we won't be talking about him. Anyway, so our first before they went bald, who were they before they went bald? Well, The Rock kind of is a really good start, because it didn't matter whether he had hair, which you see in this video, or he doesn't have hair. He's The Rock. and The Rock rocks.
Yeah.
So hair doesn't really matter. But you know what? Hair matters to me.
And me.
Bobby, it matters to you. And I know because you're watching these videos, it matters to you. So we'll come up with a lot more before they went bald videos for you to talk about celebrities and if they survived the hair loss thing. And that's a good start. So, Bobby, it's time for the holidays, my friend. Thank you for coming.
Yes, sir.
Have a great Christmas.
You too, Steve.
And we will see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe.